final semifinal game. We have the winners, the Southwestern Warriors, Coach Stephen D. Butcher II, student athletes Reggie Cundiff, Callie Sharon, and Callie Foreman. Coach, comments?
Tonight was one of those that we're accustomed to in our program. It was not pretty. It was not for the faint of heart. It was one of those that, it was going to be bloody, and we've got the scars to prove it, and I'm sure they do too. It was tooth and nail out there, but when you're playing for a chance to play for a state championship, you do what it takes. And, I told my kids in the locker room, we're probably the only team in the country that can make 12 threes one night, come back 24 hours later, and willingly only take 8. We knew that we didn't have the legs. We knew that wasn't going to be our key to victory. And, to be that committed to pass up shots and continually attack says a lot about my kids, and I'm so proud of them.
Back here.
Coach, we'll start with you and then have the players answer right after. How much fun are you guys having?
Well, listen, at the end of the third quarter, it wasn't a lot of fun because they come over there like, wait a minute, we haven't been in this spot yet. But, they're a veteran group. I know Cal's the only senior besides, Hannah, who's hurt. But, heck, I feel like I was at Reggie's, baptism or something. I've known her forever. I mean, we've been around each other for a long, long time. And Kai, I've watched grow up from the time she was a 6th grader. And they're a special group. And they're totally committed. And, win, lose, or draw, I love these kids. And I'll do whatever I can for them in any situation. Sorry, my gun got away. But they're just fun to be around. They're a funny group.
We've been having a lot of fun. I don't think we've ever had this much fun in the tournament. No matter how tired we are, we're just still pushing and we still want to win. This is probably the best experience I've ever had, especially with these group of girls that I've got to play with.
It's a lot more fun when you're doing it with your family, that's for sure. These girls are family. Blood doesn't make family. We have a connection that's completely unbreakable, and that's why we're doing so good. We've gotten this far, and that's why we're having this much fun.
When you look back at this season or maybe the last couple of seasons, what do you think's really prepared them for this run? Because you're not in the LIT, you got some of those bigger tournaments. What has allowed this to happen?
I'll take care of this one because
He's a crier.
The first 4 years I was there, we got beat by a team called Mercer County in the regional tournament. In case you don't know, they're pretty good. They won 2 state titles. Everybody else in the 12th region in my 6 years, we've lost no more than 1 time to anybody. Casey County beat us once. That was last year in the regional tournament. Pulaski County beat us once. Boyle County's beat us once. Lincoln County beat us once, and everybody thought that they were the greatest thing in the world, and then we were nobody. A month ago, we were ranked 5th in our own region. Now, that's fine. Not everybody has to believe in us. As long as these 3 right here and those 13 in there doing, those people that are coming every night, we're going to be A-okay. They've been prepared from the time that they were literally kindergartners, 1st graders, 2nd graders. Their parents had them playing AAU, they had them playing travel, they had them playing together. At that age, we didn't look to go play, different schools. We were always Lady Warriors AAU. And, they're committed to that name on the front of the jersey. And that's why they're special.
Right here.
Coach, how big of a factor has the zone defense been for you all year, and how big of the game plan was it tonight? Because it really frustrated me.
Jason, here's what you're going to do. You're going to cause my dad to think he's the greatest coach ever. Because all I've heard, this is my 12th year, think we can play zone, think we can play zone. And I told them early in the season, I think zone's our best defense. I really do. It's what they played growing up. They're comfortable with it. It was definitely a part of the game plan. I didn't realize that, Kennedy was going to jump out there and make 3 in the first half, stop Stuyvesant. But credit to her. And, you got to want to take those shots. You got to want to be in those moments. And she did. But we were trying to switch it up as much as we possibly could. And you can do that when you have smart kids. You have kids, you know, that can take coaching and take game planning and those things. And this group may be the best I've ever had at it.
But this wasn't a one-time thing tonight. I mean, you played it all year.
Oh, yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We played it just about at some point every game.
Right here.
All right, you know, like you said, at the start of the fourth quarter, you're down by 1. And I don't know what you said to the team, but it worked because you opened the fourth quarter going a 13-0 run right there. Just talk about that run and, you know, that helped seal the deal.
Really good players. You know, but you don't have to tell them a lot. You just tell them, you know, that I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I didn't care what the score was. You know, I was committed to them, and I trust them. And that's what I told them. I said, I don't want to be the one that takes the time out. I trust you to make your plays. If you make a decision, I'll back it up. And that's what they did. And that's what good players do.
Coach, you told me before the game that Reggie was going to have a good game. You know, how did you know? Granted, she was in foul trouble, but when she was out on the court, man, she made a big difference.
I just knew. You know, like I said, we've been around each other long enough. I can tell sometimes. I knew that if she got to play, she would be okay. And that second half, you saw a young lady that we've seen on occasion. You know, she became dominant there for a stretch. These three here battled their tails off with probably the biggest team we've played all year and toughest team we've played all year, just in strength and those things. And, you know, they held their own, and that's a credit to them.
This will be the final question right here in the middle.
Coach, your entire team seems to play with no fear. Where does that fearlessness come from?
You know, we decided a long time ago, or we figured out a long time ago, you know, that they weren't going to shoot the loser. They weren't going to, you know, kick us out of the house. And I told them before we came up here, I said, look, we may go up there and get beat first round by 35 points, running clock, and be an embarrassment. Guess what? When that game's over, I'm going to give you all a hug. We're going to get on that bus as a family. When we come home, we're going to be loved. And we're going to be 12th region champions, and they can't anybody ever take that away from you. And you know what? If living in Somerset, Kentucky is the worst thing that happens to you after losing in the state tournament, then pity for you. You know, that we'll be okay. And they've just kind of said, you know what? Okay. And, you know, we've been saying one more, and now it's down to just one more. Do we have it in us? I don't know. I'll take my chances.
Coach, congratulations to you and the Southwestern Warriors. Good luck tomorrow in the championship.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, ladies.